everyone, it's Lizzie from Lizzie's Roller Gems. Welcome back to my channel. Today is, thank goodness it's Friday. And you know what? I am so happy it's Friday because it's my Friday off. So I'm super excited to have the day off and to be into some lives this weekend and just have a fun old time. I am working on Craftably. This is a section that I showed on Whip It Monday that I started and I have not completed yet, so I'm going to get working on this one today. I have a little bit of updates to refresh people, and maybe if you're a new subscriber and you watch Whip&Chats, we can get to know each other a little bit today. It is really early in the morning. As per, I always try to videotape this early in the morning, but we are going to get into the first shoutouts of 2021, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm kind of lost in my thoughts and my words right now. Okay, it's right here. Like the colors don't match the symbols sometimes, so yeah. Still got, I know, a Christmas tree. Just ignore my cover minder. A little bit of updates. The shoutouts. I'm going to talk a little bit about how the shoutouts work. So if you follow me on Facebook, every Monday morning I put out the shout out post where you can post your whip that you're working on right now, or if you completed one or whatever. And then I want you guys to vote. Vote for yourself, vote for somebody else. Just don't put it down and not vote at all. Finding it very hard to get votes, so maybe if we do it this way, it will work out better. So I really am enjoying the shoutouts. I really like to give this giveaway out 2 times a year. It will be June and December that the shoutouts will contain. I'm not sure yet if I should just do 6 months worth and then start fresh again in the next 6 months, or if I should leave everybody's name in for the last one, because then that way it gives everybody an opportunity in case they don't get another shout out. Usually I get a lot of duplicate shout outs because it seems to be like always the same people are participating, but I would like to see new faces and new comments and new wonderful stuff coming out of the woodwork, if we should say so myself. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week. I had Monday, Tuesday off. I had to work Wednesday, Thursday. I felt like I was there for 3 days instead of 2. I will talk a little bit about that later on in the chat. But first of all, let's get the shout outs out and away. The first shout outs of 2021. And here we go. And I'm back. So, Facebook, there's a little bit of confusion in Facebook because some people put double posts, but they're 2 different pictures, and I didn't know. Well, one of them was the same picture but glowing, right? So I don't know. I'm so confused. So I'm just going to do it as the one, because I think the other one is the shout out of the week. I think. I don't know for sure, but don't kill the messenger. Okay, so the first shout out is to Christy. She just finished and framed a beautiful picture of autism awareness, and it's a butterfly, and it got 3 votes. Now there's another one from the Pink Raspberry that got 3 votes, but it was 2 different posts, so I'm going with the one that has the 3 in it. So yeah, that is the shout out for, I'm not sure, she doesn't say where she got this painting from, or I'm assuming it was probably from AliExpress, but it could be wrong. But it's very pretty, very full of colors. It's a butterfly like in a puzzle piece, and it's really, really cute. And that is the shout out for this week's Facebook group. Now, the shout out I think is the same girl that had the other votes, but I'm not 100% sure if this is the same person or not, because your Facebook page names are way different than your YouTube names. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm thinking it might be. But if I'm wrong, she can let me know in the comments below. So this one goes out to my Whip It Monday. Now, Whip It Monday has been getting not as many views, but this week it got a little bit more views because I started a new segment in it called Shout Out YouTubers. So if you know anybody that has a small channel, or if you have a small channel, notify me, let me know, and maybe you'll be the next one on the shoutouts. I like to do YouTubers with under 500 subscribers, and that will give you a chance to see if anybody else will pick interest, because I know that I like to find out new YouTubers, and a lot of times I find YouTubers through other YouTubers. So I'm just doing this segment to spread the love, because I'm all about positivity and love this year. That is my goal for 2021. The shout out goes to This Is Crafty Heather, and it says, thanks for showing me your whips. I really like this weekly video. Now I'm happy that she says that, because I was starting to wonder if Manic Monday and my whips was not a good segment, but I like to show you guys my progress, because I do work on a lot of paintings at one time. I work on 4 at a time, and it does get a little bit, I don't complete them as fast, but you know what? I do complete paintings, and I do post reviews at the end. So with that said, because I think if I had way more than one craft, I wouldn't be able to complete as many as I do. Because, like, honestly, doing 4 at a time takes up a lot of your time. But that is the shoutouts of the week. And I hope you comment, put in your whips, and maybe you'll be shouted next week. Okay, with the shoutouts out and out of the way, I can concentrate on doing my whip and chat with you guys. It's Friday morning, and I am feeling the buzz. I was watching Imposter. I watched season 1 like a long time ago, and I think I'm I don't know, I think I don't even know where I was in this thing, but I seem to be forgetting what happened, but it's starting to come back to me. I'm not sure what season this is. I just turned on Netflix and it came on, and whatever. It is what it is. I'm watching it. These symbols have been a little bit frustrating, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it now as I go on with the painting. I was working on my Lizzie Falcon, but I switched over to this one to do the Friday Whip and Chat, and I'll probably work on it all the way up until Nana's live. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm going on Nana of 7 Crafts today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central, and then I think it's 2 p.m. Pacific? Or am I wrong? 4. I think it is. I could be wrong. The Pacific time always throws me off going back. I know it's back 3 hours. So, yeah. Don't mind me. I don't have enough coffee in me this morning. I'm not very bubbly this morning, as you can tell. Maybe because I got hit in the face yesterday. Yeah. I got hurt twice at work yesterday. It was not my day at work yesterday. So on Thursdays, we always do a big clean. That's when we clean the whole entire room from top to bottom. And I hate these days. I hate the big clean because I really don't have a designated job on that shift. So I was taking back the containers to the back of the room, and there's this guy washing them, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he whips his hose, and doesn't it whip me right in the face. So I got this big nice bruise on my cheek. It hurt. It felt like someone just bitch slapped me right in the face, and I was kind of like a little bit in a daze and a shock, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Liz, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." He was so apologetic, but I'm like, "Oh, it's okay." But after he hit me in the face, I got an instant side headache. Like you know how sometimes when you get a headache and your temples throb? Well, when my one side, the side that I got hit, was throbbing, and I'm like, oh. So I ended up hiding in the case room for the rest of the day with Julie because I'm like, I ain't going back down there. I'll stay up here and clean or do whatever. So I was scratching off stickers off of the table, and that seemed to kill up the majority of the time. I was not about that life of going back. And then when I was going for lunch, I was going out this door, and the store doesn't have a window, so you can't see, and someone was coming through the door, and they opened it right on my hand and like bent my fingers back. And I'm like, how? And she's like, "Oh, sorry, Liz." I'm like, "Yeah, it's okay." I'm like getting hurt from all different directions. I paused for a minute because Tyler came up here, and I knew he was going to make a racket, and he just went to the washroom. So I don't know if he's going to make a racket when he comes out. But yeah, so I was talking about my hand and my face. Yeah. So yesterday was not the day for Liz at work, obviously. I don't know. I was getting hurt left, right, and center, so I'm kind of happy it is the weekend, and I get to just stay home and relax. I get to join in on a live today. Super excited. I always like to hang out with you guys. It's a highlight of my week when I do my one live a week. I do a one live a week, and it has become custom. One week it's on Tuesdays and one week it's on Wednesdays. It just because I work continental shifts, I can't always be in the same day every week because my schedule just does not work that way. And I do them during the day, which I know for some people they're at work, so a lot of people tend to watch on the replay, but that's okay. I know that I go super early. I know if I went later on in the evening, I'd probably get a lot more hits, but there just seems to be so many creators on in the evening and not enough in the afternoon. Plus, I can catch my UK friends and overseas in Europe and everywhere else because, you know, I love everybody that I can chat with. Paused again because Tyler was blowing his nose, and that was very rude. Children. Like, I was so quiet here, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I turn on this camera, I feel like everybody in the woodwork comes out. Like, oh, Mom is actually doing something and talking to herself. Let's go out and bug her. That's how I feel. That's how I feel sometimes. Sometimes I just need to be alone to talk to myself. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's how I feel sometimes. Ah! Yeah. So, I don't think I got enough sleep last night, to tell you the honest truth. I woke up super early and I went to bed super late because I didn't have to work the next day, so I feel like I'm going to need a nap. I'm going to need a nap this afternoon before all the lives start. And look at, I missed 2 right there. See? Nope, 3. Constantly missing stuff. I'm probably going to have another unboxing this week from my segment in my Etsy finds. I think I'm going to do that because I did purchase one thing from Etsy and I did get another thing from Etsy free for review of a Canadian company or Canadian seller. I guess she has her own company, right? Her own company on Etsy. So yeah, I'm going to do that sometime this weekend. So look forward to that. I have not opened it yet. So it could be very, 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 very interesting. Or maybe I'll save it for next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll take away one of my other segments and just do that as one for the day. I don't know. Like just to kind of switch it up a little bit so it's not always the same dry things over and over and over and over again. I try to give you variety, like even if it is like, I know some people really like my WIP&Chats. I think I keep a lot of people company, maybe when they're at home. I keep myself company. I really, 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 truly enjoy WIP&Chats. They're my favorite on YouTube. I rather watch WIP&Chats than unboxings, honestly and truly. I think I've said this like 100 times and you guys are probably sick of me saying it, so I will stop right now. So I think I'm going to do A next, if I can find it. You think I'd know where all these letters are by now. I'm going to do so many paintings. It's hard to remember. I think I just got this light pad way too bright for my eyeballs right now. I really love this light pad. I do suggest if you want to buy a bigger light pad, this is a good one to go by because the cord does not come out on the side because it's like an attachment and it's super, super nice. I have an unboxing for this light pad in my videos. I don't know how to do the eye thing. You know, put it in the eye. I haven't figured that out yet. But maybe I should do some research this weekend and figure some stuff out. Because you know what? I don't know all the ins and outs of everything. I am learning. I am learning. You know the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, this old dog has been trying to learn some new tricks, and sometimes she's just a little slower. She's just a little slower than normal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm trying. I try to please everybody, but I can't please everybody. I'm not a miracle worker. I can only do so much, and yeah, I don't know. I don't that does not even go there. It must go up here. I don't pretend that I am, because I am definitely not. I have my flaws. We all have our flaws. We all have our things we're not proud of in life, and I sure got a few of them. That is for sure. If someone tells you they're perfect, then they're lying. They're lying to your face. They're lying to you. Because nobody is perfect in this world. They might think they're perfect, but nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect in this world. That is for sure. There's been a lot of craziness going on in the world, a lot of craziness going on in the USA right now. And us Canadians just sit up here and watch on the tube of all the stuff that is unraveling. And it's quite interesting, to say the least. The coronavirus is getting very, very bad in my area. I think worse than the first time, to tell you the honest truth. I think it's getting bad here. And this is just my theory, but they closed down Toronto a lot earlier than the rest of the province, like all the hot places. And I feel like maybe they traveled to London, Ontario to go Christmas shopping because the malls and stuff were still open. And I feel like they brought the worst of the virus down here. That is just my theory. I don't know how true it is, but that's how I feel like maybe that's what happened, because London the last time was not nearly as bad as it is this time around, and I can't understand why. So that is my theory of why I think London has got hit. Because I know for a fact that they probably did travel down here to go shopping. Like, why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. My theory could be wrong, but I feel like I'm correct on this one. But I don't know. I like to blow a lot of hot air out sometimes. I think my theories are true, but they're probably not. This is just me blowing smoke. It's not like true to fact. But I feel like that is what happened. I don't know. That's just my theory. So the kids were supposed to go back to school on July 11th, I think, the public schools, but the high schools were only supposed to go back on the 25th. And then our premier, not the prime minister, but the premier, there's two different ones. If you're not from Canada, I'm just going to like a little bit educate you. So the premier is for the province. So whatever province or territory you live in, you have a premier. And then you have the prime minister, and that's Justin Trudeau. And he rules the whole country. Kind of understand what I'm saying? Well, our premier is Doug Ford in Ontario, and he postponed going back to school, and I feel like it's going to be postponed again, because that's usually what happens. They do it like 3 or 4 times before they decide, oh, the kids can go back. Like, it's getting worse. And like I'm trying to figure out where's the money this time around. Like, the first time around they're handing us money. This time around it's worse, and they're not even handing out any money. I don't get this. Why not? Well, $200 I get for Alyssa to do online schooling. Like, what does $200 buy her on online schooling? Absolutely, probably nothing. It can't even get you. Oh, maybe it'll pay for your internet for a couple of months. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, I don't know what $200 is going to do for us for online schooling. It's not like you can buy a computer or a tablet for $200. At least you can in Canada. Just saying. Can't buy it in Canada for that price. I'm grateful for the money, that they're giving out, but still, I don't see what the point is. Like, when they gave me the other money, it actually bought me the computer for Alyssa to do her online schooling. And it would be nice to get that chunk again, but I don't think it's going to happen this time around, which I think it should, but that's just my opinion. Not like the government listens to little old me. As a nobody. But enough politics. Not like you guys want to hear about Canadian politics. There isn't. We're kind of boring, actually. I think the coronavirus is the most exciting thing that's happening right now, sad to say. But it is the most exciting thing happening in Canada right now. Once in a while we'll have like breaking news of something crazy stuff happening. Oh, my phone. That's not even my phone. My tablet went off. Not my tablet, my computer. Now I can't even call things properly. The laptop that I use, that's Alyssa's old laptop that she says is too slow and it doesn't work well. Well, that's what I do all the lives from. Because the desktop is in the other room, and that's the traffic room. And yeah, it would just get too loud over there, but I'm thinking about changing that room into like my craft studio since we don't really use it as a dining room. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's like I have a lot of plans in my head, but I don't get motivated to do it. Has anybody else like that gets plans to do something and then it just doesn't fall through because you don't have any? I think I have lack of motivation. I think I'm a little bit depressed during all of this craziness going on right now. And it's just depressing being at home all the time. I haven't hung out with my friends and I don't know how long. And like, I haven't seen my best friend Mo in like forever. So it's just like, I feel like I'm a little bit out of, even though I talk to all of you guys all the time, and I think that's what's kept me through the craziness of the world right now is you guys. Like, if I didn't have you guys, the community, I would probably have gone crazy by now. The YouTube gives me something that I can look forward to filming and keeps my mind off of what's going on in reality. But don't get me wrong, I'm still aware of my surroundings and to be cautious and safe and all that fun jazz. My sister got her first shot of the vaccination. She said it bled a little bit, and she said it stung really bad going in. They told her that the side effects will happen probably more so on the last shot. So the first shot, she says there isn't very much side effects, but it's the last shot that you will get sick. So yeah, she got it done, her first shot, and I will keep you informed after she gets the second one. Because I'm like, how does it feel? What did it feel like? Blah, 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 blah. I was asking all the questions. I'm like, well, thank you for being my guinea pig. She's like, oh, thanks. She has to take, well, she's a PSW. So she's a frontline worker. So that is why she got to get her shot already. Yeah, so she's been lucky that there's only one outbreak in her residence, and it was actually a worker, and it was not like an elderly person that caught it from the worker. Everybody else was safe. I think the worker was like brand new worker. They just hired, and she must not work that much. And they do every 2-week testing, and that's when they found out that someone tested positive for COVID-19. My work apparently has 3 people in quarantine. One was because during the Christmas break, this person was ill and went to the emergency department in London, and someone there had COVID-19, so now he was around, so now he has to self-isolate, or she, I'm not sure who it is. They're on the different rotation than me, so I don't have a clue who he was talking about. But they have to safe out. They already did one test and it came back negative, but he still has to self-isolate for 14 days, or she, or whoever it is. And then somebody went out of the country, which I didn't think you could do, but apparently you can. And now he has to self-isolate for 14 days, and the person he lives with also works there, so they have to self-isolate as well. So yeah, that was the tidbit of information about what's going on with COVID. I know it's not like that great of a conversation, but it seems to be like on all our minds right now. That's why sorry about that. I paused for a minute because I started to yawn, and I didn't want to yawn in your guys' ears if you have earbuds on. But that is crazy talk about what's going on in the world today. This will definitely go down in the history books for sure. Hopefully we'll be able to tell our great-grandchildren what happened in 2020 into 2021, because this isn't going away anytime soon, I don't think. I'm hoping by the end of the year it's gone, but I don't know, guys. I'm praying for a miracle to happen, because I want life to go back to the way it was. I just want life to go back. I want Luna to know what life is like without this chaos. Oh, she's growing up so fast. She'll be 1 in February. Can you believe this? And her little personality has just blossomed, and she's so darn cute. And then she doesn't have much hair, but Sarah puts these pigtails in her hair, and I think they're so funny, because she so wants her to have long curly hair or luscious like hair, but she doesn't have barely any on her head, and she's just so darn cute. She is just this little bundle of joy. I can't believe how beautiful she is, and I love her dearly. Maybe I just think she's beautiful because she's my grandbaby. I don't know, but I think she's the cutest thing I've ever did see. There's one thing I did do, is I always make cute babies, and then I should have known my daughter would make just as cute as the baby. I think even cuter than my babies. She is a doll. Well, I would never pop out a blue-eyed child, that is for sure. I was surprised that Sarah did, to tell you the truth, because Sarah has dark hair and dark eyes, just like her mom. Of course, my hair doesn't look that dark right now, but that's because I'm getting old and there's a lot of gray coming in, so the dye is starting to lighten my hair. Because really, I do have black hair. You just don't see it anymore because of all the hair dye and all the gray hair that is going through, like at the top of my head. If I let it go, would probably be almost completely gray. It's bad. I've always had, when I was in high school, I would have like a few strangler gray hairs come in, pop into my hair, or white hairs or whatever. And then my mom would say, don't pull it out because 7 more would come. But what would Liz do? Liz would pull them out. Because she wouldn't let me dye my hair back then. There's a lot of funny things that my mom didn't let me do. Do you know that she wouldn't let me shave my legs until grade 8? You know how embarrassing it is to be in grade 7 and 6 and have hairy legs? I would not wear shorts or nothing like that because if I wore a skirt, I would wear pantyhose because I didn't want people to see the hair in my legs, even though they probably did through the pantyhose. But yeah, it was super, super embarrassing. She would not let me shave. But you know what? Because she did that, I'm sorry for a guy and you're watching this, but I'm going to talk a little bit about shaving your legs. Because she did that, and I did end up shaving in grade 8, which I failed grade, so I don't know how old I was, maybe 13, 14. My hair on my legs comes in super fine. Like, you know how some ladies that shave their legs and they're like prickly and your hairs are like so coarse? Not mine. Mine is like, you can run your hand over it and you can feel it, but it's not like stubbly. I don't even know how to explain it. It just feels like you're running your hand over your arm that has hair or something. That's how my legs feel. And I don't know if that was because my mom didn't let me shave until I was in grade 8. I don't know. I shaved my armpits, of course, but she wouldn't let me shave my legs. And then I begged her to let me shave my legs in grade 8. And then she let me. I never defied my mom. I always did what I was told. That's one thing, you know. I was brought up in a very strict household. I wasn't allowed to do anything, go anywhere. So, not like they were abusive to me or nothing. It's just that she was very strict and, you know, in her Portuguese beliefs, I guess, and her silly superstitions. And this was probably one of her superstitions. I don't even know. Because my mom sometimes would do things off the rocker. You would not even know. But yeah. But my hairs on my legs are like, Alyssa gets so mad at me. She's like, why are your hairs so fine and mine are so coarse? But Alyssa started shaving. I can't even remember when she started shaving, but I know it wasn't grade 8. It was way earlier than that. Maybe grade 5 or 4. I don't even remember. Yeah, or maybe it was 6. I don't even remember what grade it was that she started shaving. But I know it was a lot earlier than me because, you know, I didn't want her to feel the way I did as a child. And my mom's like, ah. But now her legs are stubbies. And she gets so mad at my legs. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know why mine are like this. Or maybe it's just in my genes. I don't know. But I feel like it's my mom. But here goes one of my conspiracy theories again. Of life. Don't worry, guys. I can't tell the future. Or anything like that. I ain't no psychic, that's for sure. I ain't no genie either, because if I was a genie, I'd be wishing me lots of money so I didn't have to work ever again. Wouldn't that be nice? What the heck is that? Oh, it's a dot. It's okay, guys. I figured it out. Thanks for helping me, though. Yeah, no problem. Now my silliness is coming out. It's starting to come out, guys. The sun's coming up, so I'm starting to get a little giddy. I don't know what to make for dinner tonight because I got those lives to do. I was thinking about going to the store and getting stuff to make lasagna, but that seems like a lot of work right now to go get dressed and go to like the place I hate going to the most because it brings out my anxiety going to the grocery store. Like, yesterday I made Tyler run into Walmart. What did he run into Walmart for? Oh, pop. We need pop. And I didn't want to go in. And I made Tyler run in after work. Then he picked up a few things, some snacks for himself. I was sitting in the car, I'm like, boy, it's taking a long time. Running into Walmart. But there's no lineups here, which I'm thankful for. At least. Oh, I'm sure Helen's going to be calling soon because the sun's up. So, if we get interrupted again, it's because Helen called. I cannot predict when that woman calls me. And if I just turn off the phone, it'll still ring because I'll go straight to my iPad. And that will just annoy me. But, like, her roommate is off work right now due to COVID again, so she might not call. Sometimes she usually calls when she's alone. And she's lonely. Or she'll call and yell at me about this stupid. She wanted me to go. Okay, it's winter. She wanted me to go outside and clean these vines that are growing up along the side of my house because she thinks they look ugly. And I'm like, listen, woman, they're not bothering me. So why are they bothering you? And I'm like, I ain't going out there in the cold. Like, it's winter. Like, what the heck is she thinking? I ain't going out there pulling the stupid weed off the side of the house. She drives me crazy. Oh, do you guys have one of those relatives? Just one relative that just likes to, like, nip at your last nerve? That's my sister Helen. That, you know, her way or the highway is pretty much how it goes with her. And she constantly, I'm like, do you, like, just call to complain just to hear yourself complain because you just want to? Like, I don't even understand. Like, if it bothers you so much, come here and do it. Like, come and rip it off. If you think it's bothering you that much, you can come down here and rip it off. She just... I'm not going out there in the cold. Should be thankful that I went out there and put the air conditioner cover on. Only because I don't want to buy another air conditioner. Because I just bought that one, like, oh gosh, it might be almost 5 years now. At least 4 years ago I bought that air conditioner. No. Yeah, I think so. I got a used one for when it first broke down. I got a used one and I bought it for like dirt cheap, like essentially a used one off of these guys that gave me a used one that installs them professionally. And I thought I could get a couple of years out of it. No, I only got the rest of that season and a little bit of the second season, and then it broke down again. And then I had to get a brand new one off the same guys though. So they gave me a good deal off of the new one. But yeah. I cannot live without central air. I know, a Canadian can't live without central air. You think I would love the heat because we don't see it very often, but like, it's like the temperature in Ontario is like either it's super cold or it's hot and you can't stand it, or and then it, like the next day it could be hot one day and the next day it could be cold again. Like, it's just like yesterday was kind of cold outside, but the day before that it was nice and mild. It's like, it's so weird. The weather is so weird. And see, here goes another yawn again. I'm sorry, I do apologize. See, this is what happens when Liz doesn't get enough sleep. it probably didn't help that I fell asleep on the couch. And I know I should have went to bed and I shouldn't have slept on the couch, but I did anyways. Yeah, I know. Should I just do the queue and get them over with because of the most? Because I tend to try to get all the little confettis done, and then I leave the bigger ones, like the color blocking, for last. I don't know why I do this method, but it just seems to make me happy. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it slows me down. But sometimes I feel like when I do big sections like this, it slows me down and I should actually do smaller ones. And I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking right here. That this would be quicker. I don't know. I feel like when you look at it, it's like, oh, look at all the color blocking. But really when you get into it, it's not. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of colors in here. I think every color is in here. Yeah, so it is what it is. I had a friend ask me to go on the live the other day, and I couldn't because I had to work, and I was so sad. I really wanted to join that live, and that live turned out to be super, super funny. I loved it. But I had to work, so I couldn't go in. I know some people do go in and then they left because they had to go to work, and I probably could have done that too. But I was super tired and I just wanted to get to bed because I had already worked the day before, like that day, and I was tired. I come home sometimes exhausted. So yeah. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. So I got a lot of little random ones here. There's a little bit of a D. Here we'll do a little bit of the D's. But I don't know how long I've been talking and how long I've been chatting off your eardrums. But yeah, I've been basically, this whip and chat is all over the place. Of course, I always talk about that darn virus that nobody wants to hear about anymore. But in actual reality, it's our life, right? When we first, YouTube, they're like, oh, we can't talk about the virus, whatever. That's like everyday, it's everyday occurrence from now on. I'll be happy when we can live free again. So excited. I just can't hide it. Yeah, I know. Don't quit your day job, Liz. I can't sing a tune to save my life. I can't. I think I'm going to do the upside down U thingy. Because they're just staring at me. I'm using my Harbor Freight containers. Love these containers. You only can buy them in the United States. And I get my friends to send them to me and my cousins. But I do like them. Pink Raspberry did have some in stock, but she's probably out by now because she hasn't been able to go over the border in some time now. Pretty much a year. I'm pretty sure the borders have almost been closed for a whole entire year. Now that's just crazy. Crazy to think that the American and the U.S. border have only been closed to essential workers for almost a year. It just blows my mind, literally. It does so. But I think that's it for today. I don't know what else to talk about because, you know, I've been pretty boring this week. And maybe something exciting will happen on the weekend. Probably not. Let's get serious. We can only hope, right? So next week, it won't be... I don't know what Tuesday's going to be called. I don't know if I'm just going to call it. Tuesday will be Drill With Me Tuesday. And if I'm still working on Lizzie Falcon, then I'm still working on Lizzie Falcon. There's not too much about how I can change that. But anyways, with that said, I hope you guys all enjoy this crazy talk. I don't even know how long I've been chatting because you know me, I like to pause a lot. And just think of it as like, I don't know what to call it, but I do pause a lot. But anyways, it's just because I don't want to do any bad habits in front of you guys during my whip-in chats. So with that said, take care everyone. Till next time. Bye. Well, folks, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickle pink. And remember to hit that notification bell and it will remind you whenever I load up a video. And till next time, take care everyone. Bye.